Welcome to my latest jungle tier list for patch 14.23. This time I'm shaking things up by focusing on top 10 best junglers of the patch. But don't worry, I will reveal the full tier list at the end so you can see exactly where your main stands. This tier list is for players below diamond, but I will also highlight a few champions that shine even in high ranks, plus some solid picks if you are climbing out of bronze, silver or iron. As always, timestamps are included. If you like this new format, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more weekly jungle content. Let's dive in. In the Z tier or S+, we have my main Graves, an outstanding pick from gold all the way to challenger. With recent jungle changes, his itemization has become even stronger. If you are unsure about what to build, check out my best Graves builds guide and don't miss my Graves jungle VOD review dropping this week. A big advantage for Graves this patch is Riot's hardness to most AP junglers, making him an even better pick. He outscales most opponents including fighters like Warwick and Xin Zhao, and handles tanks with ease, especially using the level 2 cheesing wave strategy, which I cover in depth in this video. As long as Graves gets ahead, deleting tanks is no problem, and with solid macro play and mechanics you can turn almost any game into a win with this champion. Don't sleep on him this patch. Coming in at the second place on this list we have Nocturne, an incredible pick for lower ranks. Many players struggle to deal with his spell shield, which makes him a strong skirmisher even after level 4. Plus, playing Nocturne is a great way to improve your jungle fundamentals, from mastering his ultimate power spike to farming camps efficiently. One of Nocturne's biggest advantage is his independence. You don't have to rely on your teammates constantly begging for ganks and having to set up ganks for yourself. He is super easy to play and his snowball potential is insane. The key to dominating with Nocturne: nailing your first ultimate at level 6. That first skill is crucial to snowballing, as falling behind in tempo will make the rest of the game a struggle. If you are looking to climb fast, Nocturne is a must try. The third recommendation, just like the previous one, is amazing if you just started playing the game or the role. Amumu offers great value for your team and deals surprisingly high damage even with tank items, but you can always go with more damage options like Leandry's if you are the only AP in your team. That ult offers great teamfight carry potential even if your team is not that great, and people get surprised whenever they try to 1v1 you. Look to farm, get to level 6 and annoy enemy laners as much as you can. The first champion in S tier will be Warwick. I have talked about his recent rework in this video. It was definitely helpful and made him slightly stronger, but he was in a good spot for low elo even before that. He doesn't mind that we have a slower meta and we farm more since he can farm his camps decently. Most people won't buy anti-heal against you, which just makes you a beast in skirmish, and his W is a great tool to gank your lanes. Blade of the Ruined King nerf of course made him slightly weaker, but that's still his core item and I would recommend buying it. You can start with Titanic Hydra or Boar. Both builds are great. Let me know if you would like to see a Warwick guide on how to play and build him in Season 14. Wukong might be a forgotten pick for many, but in my opinion he is solid S tier. An incredibly underrated champion I have always loved playing. His bonus armor makes him a nightmare to deal with, allowing him to stat check most opponents in fights. While his scaling isn't the best, he excels in small skirmishes and can dominate tight spaces during objectives. Wukong's W ability opens up opportunities for mind games, making him unpredictable and tricky to counter. Plus, with most bruiser items now granting more HP at the cost of a little AD, Wukong doesn't struggle. His armor penetration takes care of that. If you are looking for a champion to outsmart and outplay your opponents, Wukong's fantastic pick for this patch. Next up is the Ruined King himself, Viego. What I love most about this champion is his comeback potential. It doesn't matter how far behind he is, with just one good team fight and a single reset he can completely take over the game by himself. That said, he is not easy to master. Team fights can be tricky, especially when deciding which body to possess with only a second to react. I have been considering making a guide on his best item builds, as there are so many strong options for him. If you are looking for a champion to one trick at any rank, Viego is a fantastic choice. Now onto a champion I personally dislike, but I can't deny their power: Kayn. In the previous patch, Riot buffed Yumu's Ghostblade, and although it's been nerfed this patch, the changes only impact range champions like Graves. Kayn remains incredibly strong with a variety of viable build options, and both his forms are highly effective. He's definitely a solo carry champion in the right hands, and if you can get your form by 10 minutes or even earlier, you will find him nearly unstoppable. Too strong in my eyes, but undeniably powerful if mastered. Let's talk about a champion who's been gaining a lot of popularity in high elo, Dr. Mundo. With one of the fastest jungle clears in the game and the ability to become incredibly tanky with just 1 or 2 items, normally I wouldn't recommend tanks in lower ranks if you're aiming to carry games, but Mundo is different. He deals insane damage for a tank, especially with Titanic Hydra. If you're looking for a champion to stat check the competition, Mundo is your guy. Next up is Volibear, who is essentially a budget Mundo with higher damage but less tankiness. His level 6 is fantastic for junglers, providing excellent dive and engage potential. If you are ahead, his Rod of Ages build into Navuri 2nd is ridiculously strong. Even if you fall behind, building Sunderer Sky into tank items works wonders too. So many build options and a fun playstyle, Volibear is a champion I would definitely recommend trying out. Xin Zhao offers great ganking power and snowball potential. If you see a lot of fighters in your games like Warwick, Volibear, Jarvan and similar champions to these, he is an excellent choice to counterpick. He won't scale that well either, so keep that in mind. Once you snowball, your goal should be to end the game as fast as you can. The last champion in my top 10 junglers of this patch will be Zac. Those who watch patch notes might wonder how is Zac S tier if he just got a nerf this patch. Well, that nerf is irrelevant and won't change the fact how obnoxious it is to play against this champion. He offers too much CC for your team, and even if you fall behind early, you can come back in the mid and late game and carry teamfights. He's relevant in every meta, always around 8 years, so if you enjoy tanks who deal a lot of damage with too much CC in their kit, Zac is a great choice. Now here's the full tier list for patch 14.23, perfect if you're wondering where your champion stands outside of my top 10. For low elo, I would recommend avoiding most B tier champions. While you can still find success with them, it's much harder compared to playing the champions I have recommended or even those in the A tier. For players above Diamond, champions like Elise and Kindred can be fantastic choices, especially as some of the best counters to Graves. Xin is also quite strong, but he is challenging to master and carry with consistently, making him a riskier pick for most players. That wraps up my 14.23 jungle tier list for players below Diamond. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments or join my Discord server to chat about anything. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Help me reach my goal of 1000 subs as soon as possible. Have a great day.